Hey there, friends. So, for this week's video, I just want to talk about overcoming old cycles and creating new ones. So, what I mean by that is, I've been making these videos for a little while now. This is the 13th week of the year, so consistently every week for 12 weeks. And every time I press record, I sit here in front of my microphone at the camera and I do my best to share with you guys all the things that I feel like have helped me in my life and also kind of what I'm up to and the ideas that I'm kind of playing around with in my head. And I do my best to kind of be the best version of myself when I'm sitting here speaking into the microphone. However, I'm not always doing that. So I'm not always being like the best version of myself, so to speak. Even though I would like to be, that's just not really realistic. It's not like anybody's perfect. We look up to these people and everything else. We want to be like them. The people that I've talked to in my other videos, when I shared with you my Audible library. And, I'm not perfect. And so I want to do better every single day. And me personally, the reason why I find myself falling back into old cycles is because of lack of sleep. So, since right now it's spring and we have a lot more daylight, I've been doing my best to wake up earlier and earlier. So, I've been waking up at 7 a.m. and going to sleep around like 12 to 1. So, only getting like 5 to 6 hours of sleep, sometimes 7 if I'm lucky. But that's totally normal, and I'm happy with that. And I think we don't really need that much more sleep. However, with that, we have to keep in mind that if our brains are not getting as much rest, then more likely than not, we're going to fall into old cycles. And for me, what that means is being short tempered and being kind of short with people, and more than anything, not being aware of my emotions, not being aware of how irritable I really am. So that manifests itself into short temperedness with my family and mainly my wife, not so much my kids, but there's certain times where I want to make sure that I'm taking the time to really listen intently to what's being told to me so that I can understand fully uh, where not just on the surface, but at a deeper level, where somebody's coming from with their feelings. And I say that because I was listening to the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and that's something that even Stephen Covey encounters in his own life. I found that I resonated with that to a higher level because I find the same thing happening with me even now recently. And I was telling my wife about this book because it's something that happens, especially when we're dealing with kids. We want to apply the same thing, not just me listening to my wife, but also her listening to the kids. And that goes in all aspects of our relationships because one of the main things that we have to do is to first seek to understand if we want to be understood, right? So I hope you can understand what I'm saying there. But furthermore, something else that I picked up from that book, since I was re-listening to it recently, is that I am only one person. So, of course, I want to be an independent person, but with that comes certain limitations. Like, I need you guys to be able to create something greater, right? So I know I've been doing giveaways on this channel, and I hope that you guys can enjoy that. We're going to be doing a giveaway next month, probably in like the middle of the month. And then after that, I'm not going to be doing the giveaways anymore that are in that sense of just you leave a comment on a video and then I give you money if you're subscribed. If I roll the dice, sorry if you hear the baby screaming in the background. They just got out of the pool, so we got our pool set up and everything. And I've also been planting the garden because it is spring and there's more daylight. But the type of giveaways that I'm going to be doing after the one that I'm doing in the middle of April are going to be more interactive giveaways where it's not just like I roll a dice and I pick somebody at random. I know I promised you guys the people that I said that I was going to enter your name twice into the giveaway. I'm still going to do that. But the next giveaway after that one is going to be not $300 like the next one's going to be, but maybe it's going to be $400, maybe even $500, depending on where we're at with subscribers. And for that giveaway, what I'm planning on doing, just to give you an idea, is going to be something like an activity in Minecraft. Okay? So if you don't have Minecraft, go ahead and download it, and so that you can be part of the giveaway, because it's going to be set in I found this thing on, I think it's education.minecraft.com, and it's the pyramids of Egypt that you can actually go in there and explore and learn. And I'm not just going to use that, but it's going to be kind of like, Easter's coming up, so it's going to be kind of like an Easter egg hunt in like May. So it's going to be quite a bit off there, but maybe May 4th or something, we'll do it around that time, hopefully. But if not, then it'll be a little bit later. But it's going to be that type of style where I'm going to be hiding something in that setting, and then we're going to have to find something. However many people are part of it, whoever finds it first is going to be able to win like $500. But moreover, I don't want to just make that giveaway. I also want to make a giveaway where it's not like just one person wins, but more than just one person can win, because I don't want it to be like where, yeah, of course it's going to be a win-win where I'm sitting here giving you an incentive for you guys to be subscribed and to comment so we can build a community. But I don't want it to be where you guys are competing against each other. I would like for it to be where it's a collaborative effort where all of my subscribers, all of you guys can come together and maybe build something. So that's kind of further out this year. So these are the new cycles that I'm talking about. Creating new cycles, right? Becoming aware of old cycles is the first step to being able to create new cycles, right? Because if you're not aware of it, then you're doomed. If you're not aware of the history of our world, then we're doomed to repeat it. Okay, so obviously what I mean by that is there's civilizations that have risen and have fallen. So just like those civilizations, they were able to rise because they were doing things right, but then they fell because they weren't able to understand that they had to keep growing, they had to keep adapting. And like Thoth talks about in his tablets, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth that I read for you guys before, just some of them. I didn't read all the text, but part of it had to do with those that were tempted to enter into forbidden realms. And he says that when you go into darkness, the reason why they fell is because they weren't balanced by light. Okay, so I read this book. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. And in that book, the second scroll talks about how we have to love everything. We love the light because it shows us the way, and we love the darkness because it shows us the stars. So it's all about balance. It's not like, hey, one is better than the other. There has to be a yin yang. If you want to get a battery to work, good luck getting your car to start if you don't plug in the negative to the positive. They both have to be on for the battery to work. So with all that being said, really what this video is about, it's about overcoming those previous cycles of darkness, overcoming those falls by focusing on the light. It's like Billy Carson talks about when he says that the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, they talk about the halls of Amenti and being renewed and going down to the halls of Amenti and being renewed. It's like whenever you can look at your life and look at a previous version of yourself and see that you are now becoming more, you are becoming greater, that's like being born again. That's what being born again is about. It's not about a baptism, being dunked your head in the water, even though that can be great, especially during spring when it gets hot outside. You can go out in the pool, like we have our pool and my kids were just in there. That can be a great thing to do. It's not about that. It's about being able to look back at your previous self and saying, hey, I have now grown up. And that's really what it's all about. The steps into enlightenment is really about coming into this matrix that we all live in and coming out of the womb, almost like being born like a baby, but not actually physically being born like a baby, but just being able to look back on who you were before and saying, hey, now I, excuse me, my my daughter, she was messing with my microphone. She was sitting here, and I was playing this game that I'm playing for you guys now. The gameplay should be playing on the video, and she was she said this. She said, "Your headphones are broken," and they were not broken. So I was like, "No, what are you talking about, Eliza? They're not broken. Don't say that. They're not broken." And then she proceeded to break them. And the way that she broke them, she spoke it into existence. The way that she broke them was by pulling the cord. This cord that yeah, it's happening right now. So it's just making it to where I can't. I'm just trying to make sure that this microphone is working. But anyway, so it's one of those things. So I just thought that was funny. I thought that was interesting. She literally spoke that into existence. I tried to kind of get her to not, but she was determined to make that a reality, that my headphones are broken. So one of the ways that we can use to create new cycles, and they're not fully broken really, they're just partially broken, but maybe I'll get new ones later. But one of the ways that we can use to create new cycles is by speaking it into existence. And I also want to say that even though last week's video was about like, hey, it's going to take a long time to make this channel grow, it doesn't have to necessarily be that way. If you guys can help me and I can help you, and I can continue to share with you better and better information, making the videos better and better. It doesn't have to take 5 years for us to get to 50,000 subscribers and therefore being able to give away $5,000 or whatever. We can make that happen sooner. We can make that happen in 1 year. We can make that happen in 2 years if we work together. The way that I'm planning on doing that is by giving back to you guys, and then hopefully in the future, May comes around, we can have that giveaway where we do that Easter egg style hunt in the Minecraft world that I'm going to be building. I mean, not building, I'm going to be hiding something in there because it's already built. If you look it up, it's education.minecraft.com. If you like that idea, go ahead and do it yourself for your community. I think it's a great idea. Maybe, maybe it's not so good. You guys tell me, what do you guys think? What do you guys want to see? Because I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think of my videos, what you think could help these videos better. And I want to build more of a nice relationship. My videos improved drastically when somebody made a suggestion like, hey, you should include pictures in your videos. And that's how my subscriber count and my channel was able to grow faster. And other things too, like Miss Tammy being able to help herself with her giveaway and us being able to tell that story. There's multiple things that have happened in my journey and your journey and our journey to for us to all be able to, like I say in my other videos, for all ships to rise with the tide. With the Gateway experiences, I make my investment in myself, and then I invest in you guys. You guys invest in yourselves. That also invests back in me, and it also invests back into the people around you. So that's what I want to say for today's video. I think that making these videos shorter will make it less taxing on people to where they can get a better, higher quality information. And that way they can also, not use up as much of their time, and they can go ahead and focus more on the things that they want to do. So I want to make this video short. And so that's pretty much it. Peace.